Hello and welcome to this yoga practice for burnout. So burnout is a word that is increasingly heard and used almost in the everyday. We are a bit of a burnout generation, unfortunately, but not surprisingly. And why is that? Because, and very simply, we are surrounded by a constancy of noise that our senses are picking up on and feeding back into our internal environment. And evolutionary wise, we have not caught up to the world that we exist in today. From a biological perspective, we're still way back in the cavemen and women era, but we are trying to survive in a very high-tech and highly sophisticated world and society. So this constancy of noise means that the mind and body doesn't get a chance to recover so much. We don't leave the office at the end of the day, shut our computers or even our pads of paper, and that's the end of that. Everything is there, be it our phones, be it the internet, be it quite literally what we can see or what we can't actually see. So it's a lot, but that is where yoga comes in. It's such a beautiful practice. It's an ancient practice full of wisdom, and it helps us to come back to a place of balance. And it can also support maintaining well, which I love, so that if we do come to a wobble, which of course we will, that's human nature, that is the world. You know, we're not going to go through life without wobbles. They are very normal, but it can help the wobbles not be so extreme. So help us to ride life's waves a little easier. So this practice today is very much for those who are just feeling exhausted, for those who are feeling a little bit listless, a little bit nothingy. And it's also for those who actually just want to come to a place that can help them maintain well and to help them step away from getting towards a place of burnout. Because the more that we bring restorative and effortless rest, restorative practice and effortless rest into our toolkit, then the more that our body knows, it's like a training mechanism, it knows how to bring itself back down. It's like a little reminder. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, a little bit stressed. We need to bring you back from the brink. And that is both active and also passive. So if the body only knows to stay up here, then it's not going to know how to step back down. I've got some cushions with me. I've got a rug and I've got a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, don't worry, you can use cushions instead. If you have some lovely essential oils or candles, low light, whatever it is that brings you to a feeling of safety, go for it. If there's a really relaxing playlist that you want to put on, just get everything, the mood set, because all of those senses will really feed into your internal environment. And again, they're another way of training the body. The moment you put those different things in place, it's like a quicker access point, a quicker shift, the body to go, okay, I know what's happening now, I'm calming. And then all we're going to do to start with, very simply, is we're going to come to somewhere where we can just bring our legs up. So I could have used this behind me. I'm going to just use a sofa today so that you can see me a little bit more, but you can use a chair and you can also use a wall. If you are on your period at the moment, if you're watching this, then this might feel a bit strong. If it does, come into a reclining position and you can always pop a cushion under your knees. But just tune into the body, it'll know, and it'll let you know if this feels too much, depending on the time of the month for you. Otherwise, beautiful permission of effortless rest. So Viparita Karani, so this is a pose, all of itself. It's incredibly soothing. It gives space to the lower back, particularly if you've got your legs up a wall. It just releases anything that's stagnant in the base of the legs. So just turns everything upside down a bit. Great for the immune system as well if any lymph fluid is a little bit stuck. And it just flushes the core with fresh blood, and also allows the core, really eases the core, so it allows the core to completely relax. So just rest the arms down by your sides. Close the eyes. If you have an eye pillow, great time to use it as well. Just place the eye cushion onto your eyes. Very, very soothing. The weight on the eyelids, it's very effective. And just come to your breath and take a few breaths. Just lightly in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're not going to ask anything of the body in this practice or of the mind. If you're at a point where you're just completely exhausted, it's wonderful to know and to be given the permission, and give yourself permission to do nothing, and know that that's the best thing that you can do. Once you've taken those 3 breaths, just bring your awareness to the crown of the head and just do a gentle body scan from the crown of the head all the way down to the tips of the toes. And just check in with the body. Just observe and notice. If that feels quite intense, just go gently. Depending, if you're feeling pretty listless, this will be a great exercise just to reconnect. If you're still bordering on feeling quite wired, go slow. If it feels too much, you feel you need to move, then dip into Yoga for Stress video, because that incorporates some movement before we come down to completely quieten the body, because sometimes that's needed. But otherwise, just allow the awareness to pass through the body. Just notice sensations as well. If you're really just at the bottom of the barrel, then you might be experiencing heaviness, fear, anxiety, all those sensations that come up when you're feeling in a vulnerable place. I know that can feel quite scary and certainly uncomfortable. I'm right here and know that you're going to be okay. And if you can, just ease and breathe into those sensations. That might mean that they get stronger, but that is okay. When a sensation shows up, this is a good thing. It's wanting to release and it's sending you a message. By coming into such a restorative, relaxing pose, you're doing the best thing that you can do. And by just observing a sensation is incredibly powerful. And once you've body scanned all the way to the tips of the toes, just gently come back to the breath. We're going to do a very gentle breath practice called Protective Egg, which is a great name. And what it does is you visualize a light as you move the breath around the body, just creating a lovely protective egg energy shield around you. Helps to elongate the breath, helps to bring purpose and intention onto the breath, helps to balance the nervous system and just slow the body down, as well as really oxygenating the body as well, because often if we're overwhelmed, if we're really stressed, then we don't breathe properly. It's complete human nature. So this is a great exercise at just coming back to the breath, conscious breath work. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your awareness to the base of the front body. And as you inhale, you're going to move the awareness up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, the awareness passes over the crown of the head and down the spine, down to the sacrum. And then inhale up the front body, exhale down the back body. So really simple. Bring to mind a light, warm colour and visualise that getting stronger and stronger as the breath is moving up the body and then down. So I'm going to leave you with that breath for a few minutes. So just take your time. Even inhale and exhale. On the next exhale, release the breath. Just bring one hand onto the heart, one hand onto the belly. Reference points are also really beneficial. Messages to the body by feedback from body to mind. All is safe to rest and relax more deeply. So just notice the mind and body. Visualize a light once more, and visualize that light emanating from the palms of your hands into your core, into your heart, and just spreading all around the body. And then from here, we're going to bring our knees into our chest, roll onto our right side with our hands under our cheek as a pillow. And with your eyes closed, we're going to come up to a seated position and bring your hands into prayer at heart center. come back to your breath and take 3 deep inhales in through the nose and out through the mouth. One final inhale and exhale. And then release your hands lightly down by your sides so the fingertips are resting on the mat. Bring your chin into your chest, just stretching the back of the neck. And whilst you're here, bring your awareness to your sit bones and just gently visualize roots extending deep down into the earth. And drawing up energy of life all the way up into your body. From your sit bones all the way up your core and up your spine. And as you feel that energy rising up, feel an active lightness through your upper body, and then lift the chin, flicker the eyes open. Come back to your breath and feel the breath start to expand a little more freely in the chest. Feel the neck elongate, the shoulders relax, the jaw relax. Drop the head down to one side. Come back to center and drop the head down to the other side. Come back to center. Inhale the arms up overhead, lift the gaze, and exhale. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale. One final time, inhale the arms up overhead, lift the gaze, and exhale, hands through prayer at heart center. And then release the arms down onto the knees. We're going to come to another breath practice. This is called Durga breath. So there's a video specifically on Durga breath in the breathwork section. It's a very soothing breath. It's a very simple breath. Close the eyes. And what we're going to do is we're going to split the inhale into 3. So inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, and then exhale out through pursed lips, which really helps to elongate the exhale, and it's also very soothing. So what we're trying to do here is really use the full capacity of the chest to help to ease the body, to oxygenate the body. And the pause, I find, is a wonderful way at helping to shift. If you're holding tension, it allows you to pause and then release that tension a little bit. Because sometimes an inhale, if you're feeling really anxious, can feel quite a lot. So I find this a great exercise for those times when everything's feeling really stuck up at the top of the chest. So the aim is also, as you inhale, you're inhaling up through the chest. So you're inhaling at the bottom of the chest, and then the middle, and then the upper. But don't worry too much about that. Just focus on the inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause. So that suspension of breath at that pause rather than the holding of the breath. So imagine the breath floating, almost like a step. If you want to do a little bit more in-depth Durga, then the breathwork video is there for you to dip into. But for now, let's come to the practice. So seated position, just grounding down through the sit bones and lightly lifting up through the core. Going to take a deep inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then guided by me, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, and exhale fully out. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, and fully exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, and exhale fully out through the mouth. And then continue for a couple of minutes in your own time. Really feel the breath expanding outwards and up rather than drawing the belly in as you're inhaling and pausing upwards, upwards and out. Bring your mind to your back body as well. That can help to expand the breath and even release the form of the body, which I've touched on before, so that the breath can feel a lot freer. So do 3 more rounds of Durga breath. And then once you've done that, just to release the breath and come back to a natural mindful breath, just observing the breath, tune into the mind and body. And then flickering the eyes open, we're going to come to our final pose, which is a sort of restorative version of Shavasana. This is where our cushions or our bolster comes in. So we're going to lie down onto our sides. So I like to extend my arm out using that as a pillow. And then I'm on my left side, so I'm bringing my right knee up. And then what I'm doing is I'm just allowing it just to rest on a cushion, a couple of cushions, or you can use a bolster here as well. Optimum restfulness is coming down onto your right side, because it means as you're inhaling and exhaling, you can visualize inhaling through your right nostril, which is very soothing. I've then got a rug, which I'm placing over me, which feels super lovely and cozy and warm. And as I said, reference point helps the body to relax more deeply. Like those weighted rugs that you might have come across that people have, very soothing for the nervous system. So come gently into your sort of reclined Shavasana pose. If you've
had a bubba and you've done any prenatal yoga, then very likely you will have come across this. And then just close your eyes. And all we're going to do is just elongate the exhale for a few moments and then just come to a relaxed breath and just allow the body to rest. So not requiring or asking anything of the body. So just come to the breath and just gently elongate the exhale. And then on the next exhale, just release the breath. Eyes closed. And just allow the body to come to rest. Allow the thoughts to come and go, the touch and go method. Allow them to be whatever makes it easy for you to not hold on to them, whether they be clouds in the sky or bubbles bursting, I rather like. What you might notice is parts of your body start to drop a little more. And gently scan through the body once again. If there's any areas that you notice are still holding, give them permission or breathe into them to help them relax. If your tummy starts rumbling at any point in this practice, this is a good sign. Rest and digest taking place. Slowly going to do one of two things. You can either just roll onto your back and stay there until the practice is finished and stay there for however long you need or are able. Otherwise, if you do want to come back to a seated position, then slowly support yourself up, eyes closed and hands in prayer at heart center. Tune into the mind and body and give gratitude for giving yourself this time. It can sometimes be the hardest thing to do, to give yourself permission to do very, very little, but acknowledge how powerful it is and what a gift you're giving to yourself. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you feel a little eased. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, and I will see you soon.